Just like Oprah.
Just let that. Not a single person took a nap in that room.
No paramedics came in or anything. So that's great.
It wasn't just a happy meal.
No, this is big time. This is blooming onions.
Chris, we just finished our panel here at SHIFT in New York City, talking about incident response, looking at people, process, and tools. Now, why should somebody watch the recording of that panel? What are some key takeaways and learning points you want to share?
Yeah, well, first, thank you for coming to SHIFT. It's great seeing you again. And your contribution to the panel was unbelievable. And so let's talk a little bit about that. For those who don't know, if you didn't make it to SHIFT here in New York City, don't worry about it because virtual SHIFT is coming. And the reason it's important, even if you came here for maybe a day, virtual SHIFT is going to have an enormous amount of content that we weren't able to do over these few days. So there have been podcast recordings, there's external discussions. We're putting all of that in the library on demand.
And I want to ask you, as the moderator of our panel, I want your opinion on what is worse when an incident hits, having no process or no trust.
This is going to sound biased, but it's not. You and I chatted. It's the trust piece. Tool proliferation, can you deal with it? You can if you put your mind to it. Processes, there's taxonomy after taxonomy. You got to pick one, you got to stick to it, you got to train. But the trust thing is so indelible, but it just doesn't get looked at. And I know that's your wheelhouse. But we've talked about this. It's difficult for folks to just wrap their arms around and say, I have to actually address the people. And the rest, I'm not going to say is just going to follow magically. It's clearly not. We heard that today in the panel, so tune in. But you've got to build that people piece, and it doesn't have to be complicated.
We heard that from somebody who joined us saying that they started with a lunch every couple of weeks, bringing people together, people who wouldn't normally speak. And he used the word trust. It built up the trust.
And what I liked about what he said was, at the beginning, he had to be the wedding planner. He said, I'm going with assigned seating. Because he knew there'd be that gravitation in corners of the table, and then it would just be pods of the same people. But he didn't have to do that after a couple of these lunches, because then people got to know family, personal traits, et cetera, and then the gelling started. Then he could tackle processes. Then he can reach across the aisle without the impedance, which is the big problem, because it's almost like when you reach across that aisle, you're smacking a brick wall. And he just blew through it.
And he talked about the relationship building that came from that. And then when there were issues, when something was going wrong, he was finding people were naturally going to each other, asking the questions.
That gravitation, that those centers of gravity started happening on their own versus mandating. And we know what mandating does. All that does is almost put up more resistance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, last final big pressure question.
This is unbelievable.
In an incident, what is it that gets you through? Tea or coffee?
My God, for me, I'm a green tea guy.
Incident response. Trust, relationships, green tea by the gallon.
Boom.
Thanks,
you heard
Chris.
it here. Thank you so much for being here.
Such a pleasure. And tune in for the panel.